Luke,
Yeah.
if the T-Wolves can win 3 straight games,
Why can't we?
Why can't we?
Why not us?
Why not us?
Why not us?
What about us?
Turtle
Like,
stuck around for sports, if you're wondering.
Yeah, Turtle's still here.
Turtle's here. Here to talk some ball. He's less dialed for this one, I think would be fair to say. We were like, if you want to hang, just hang. So he's going to hang. I think he's got a game going, playing a game.
Yeah.
You guys can always watch him stream when he streams. And then if he has any thoughts, he'll chime in. Or maybe if we wanted to look something up and he has the time, we're going to have that. So, but he's here to hang. So
no Tanner this week, though.
Yeah, no Tanner this week. We don't really have a real intro for this episode. I know we did on the other one.
Yeah.
We do still have a song, but we just don't have like a welcome back. This is da-da-da.
I'm gonna play a game that I can pause. It's not something that I'm gonna be online with. So
we did plenty of pausing in yesterday's episode.
Yes.
But yeah, like I said, no Tanner this week, and Turtle's gonna hang for a little bit. So we run the intro.
Oh, the jerseys.
I really wish. I mean, granted, I always wish Tanner was on, but I really wish Tanner was on this week and just didn't know Turtle was.
Yeah, that'd be
on.
awesome.
He just joins and Turtle's just here. How well do you know Tanner? I don't know, like.
Oh,
I don't remember how many you crossed paths.
Tanner,
I lost you for a second.
Tanner King Island. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, Tanner King Island. We definitely had to a car accident together. Actually,
oh, that's fun.
at McDonald's.
Well, I want to hear more about that.
Oh, we were just in the drive-thru, and he just eased up off the brakes and tapped somebody in the back. No big deal.
Oh, nice, no problem.
Yeah.
I got rear-ended right next to McDonald's one time.
Me too.
McDonald's just seems
Going
like
out
a
of-
no-go spot.
I was leaving Plaza, and this guy in this white Jeep. I was getting ready to go to work.
Oh yeah,
He just ran right into the back of my car. And the craziest part is, yeah, he's on this podcast as we speak.
It was like a love tap.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
I got rear-ended on the other side of McDonald's by
Yeah,
the
McDonald's. People just getting rear-ended
in my little red truck, which is why I got the Jeep.
The S10. I saw the S10 recently. It's a shell. It's like
yeah, it is. They're building into a race
completely
truck.
tore down. Yeah, it's gonna be a race truck.
Really good sports going on here.
Yeah, great sports. Hey, racing. Racing's a sport.
What is it? Is this
Depending on
episode
who you ask.
32 now?
This is episode, 32.
We're at 73 total episodes of this
That's
podcast.
pretty wild.
And we have
Congratulations.
like 10.
No,
10
72.
10 listeners per
It's 72, and I'm just now hearing about it.
We're doing a great job of promoting. A friend of ours doesn't even know it exists. We're on episode 72.
Like, I knew y'all did the podcast. I seen it. I even asked
yeah.
about it. We
Okay, so
just
you do
never
know
moved
about it.
forward on it.
Right.
I never moved forward on. I never knew y'all did it on Tuesdays. Maybe I'm a bad friend for not asking. Again.
Well, technically it releases on Wednesdays and Thursdays, but
Okay.
we record on Tuesdays. Yeah. But yeah, we had a lot of sports to talk about this week. This is not really the headliner, but I wanted to talk about it before I forget. Last week we talked about George Kittle saying that Diana Rossini's report of him wanting to be the highest paid tight end was wrong. And then today he became the highest paid tight end. So that was kind of funny. That also led to our horrible mock draft that contributed to it because I did have them taking a tight end.
Yeah.
Our mock draft was really bad. Really, really, really bad. We had Shedeur in round 1. We were 5 rounds off.
Yep.
So that
was rough. The Shedeur slide was insane.
How do y'all feel about that? Because, like, my thing was that, how do y'all feel about him getting drafted to the Browns? Because I feel like all of the good quarterbacks that go there leave.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird, right? Because the Browns have a horrible history of QBs, but he does have a chance to play if he outplays the other guys in camp. Like, he's not going somewhere. Like, Philly apparently was going to take him that round if Cleveland didn't. He would never see the field in Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas in Cleveland, he might he might actually get to play. So I don't think he's probably thrilled about being a 5th-round pick, which is crazy. I understand the slide. We had him in the first in our mock, but I could have believed second or like early third. 5th was wild. I did not see that coming.
Yeah,
not what I
I'm just
expected.
glad. I'm glad that he got somewhere because he definitely has the talent. What kind of threw me off was like that prank call. I was like,
That was wild.
that's
Apparently, that kid
petty.
was prank calling a lot of people.
Yeah, it was like an
Yeah,
epidemic of prank calls this year. It was wild.
yeah, that kind of threw me off. But I hope that gave him more fuel to the fire because
Yeah.
now he's actually on the team and now he actually has a chance to showcase his talent. So
Yeah, and going in the 5th, I mean, that alone is some motivation, especially when you having this big draft party. You're expecting to go, probably first 1 or 2 rounds, and
yeah,
you go in the 5th round.
I remember being
Definitely
shocked
motivating.
that he got uninvited from the draft, or like never got invited to the draft.
Yeah,
I was like, man,
I think
that's
it
crazy.
was like uninvited, or he withdrew. We should have read the tea leaves there. Like, what's going on here? How come he was going to go and now he's not? He must have really found out it wasn't looking good for first round.
Well, everyone was talking about how the interview was or how it was bad and how all of this and that and how they were talking about, how his dad being who he is also affect him. Like, I guess trying to say that he was like big headed and stuff like that, and I guess a lot of people just won't want that on their team.
Well, it also, I said it last week that I thought that he was sandbagging his interviews to teams that he didn't want to go to, and then it came out that he was purposely doing bad in his interviews on teams he didn't want to go to.
But why though? I would do nice in every interview just so I can have a spot.
And that's the problem, right? Because then you do bad in these interviews for teams you don't want to go to. Other teams hear about that and they're like, "This is a little entitled," and then that kind of turns them off a little bit. You know what I mean? You really ideally would want someone that's just like, "I just want to play. Whoever wants to draft me, I'm ready to roll."
Yeah.
So I think that probably played a factor. I would imagine.
I would hope. I can't wait to see how this year is going to turn out. I will say the 3 teams that I look forward to watching this year. I look forward to watching Seattle, of course, my team.
They got a new QB.
Exactly. So you got Seattle, the Steelers, and the Ravens.
Oh, the Steelers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, and the Raiders.
Let's hear that.
The Raiders. I want to see the Raiders too.
Raiders.
Because the Raiders is basically Seattle 2.0.
Yeah,
really?
they're wearing a UNLV shirt, so you got to mention the Raiders.
Right. So those are the 4 teams that I look forward to seeing, and I say that because
the Raiders got Ashton Genty, 6th overall, I think it was. How familiar are you with Ashton Genty?
I didn't get a chance to see his games live, but I do know that in terms of like running backs, this is like he's with Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll knows what to do with a running back.
He's gonna be the new
unless
Marshawn.
it's a Super Bowl. Unless it's a Super Bowl, it pisses me off that I still think about that. But no, Pete Carroll knows what to do with a running back, and the fact that he got Ashton is like a plus. It's literally like a cherry on top. I wouldn't want him to go nowhere else.
Yeah, he's a dog.
So,
he's a dog.
Yeah.
Other notes on the draft. We can kind of just pick at the draft probably for a while. The Jags moved up to get Travis Hunter. That was cool.
Yeah.
Apparently they plan for him to primarily be a receiver, but they do plan for him to play some corner, which is exciting.
Yeah.
Really excited about that.
I think it'd be fun.
How do y'all think it's gonna be for him when he does that? I know
think it'd be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, he's elite at both positions. Obviously, at the NFL level, I don't think it'd be realistic to play both sides the whole game like he did at Colorado. But situationally, I don't see why not. Like, hey, he's primarily a receiver, but this is a big drive. We really need to stop. We're going to put him in at corner. Or, hey, we have this huge matchup against, Justin Jefferson this week, but their corners are bad. So you're going to play a little more corner this week than you are a receiver. I hope they use him in that type of way. Matchup based.
I do feel like there is going to be a situation where there's going to be a certain package that would allow him to be able to play both sides of the ball. And I feel like if they just use him the correct way, then they can get a lot out of it.
Yeah, I mean, their GM mentioned it, that they plan to use him in some form on both sides, primarily on offense. But their GM, who, mind you could convince me he was 23.
He's 32, which is still not
so young. That's crazy to be the GM of the Jags.
We could have been freshmen we were freshmen when he was in high school in Senior.
Yeah, when he was in senior.
In
That's
senior.
extremely young. Yeah.
Very young. The Bucks got. This is a fun fact. The Bucks have officially the lightest and the heaviest players in the NBA, in the NFL.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Very fun. Turtle, would you like to take a guess on both of those weights? What is the weight of the lightest player in the NFL, and what is the weight of the heaviest player in the NFL?
The lightest player, I'm gonna go with 142.
You're a
the
little low,
lightest.
but you're close.
Oh, I'm a little low.
Yeah,
Oh, that's too low.
that's too low.
Okay, 162.
154.
That's crazy. Heaviest
That's
player,
Hoover.
411 pounds.
You're not big enough, buddy. This dude is a tank. You're not.
It's more than that.
You're not.
That's crazy.
Yes,
He's
again.
bigger. All right,
Yes, again.
567 pounds.
Okay, relax. Not that. Not 500.
Bro, I said 400. You was like, whoa, brother. You
Because
are.
you said 411, and he's not that close to 411.
Oh, okay.
He's what, 460 something?
He is 464.
Wow. So 100 and what?
154.
154 to 464.
That's absolutely
That's
insane.
a D lineman in between them.
Yeah. Look, Turtle, here's a picture of him. Hoss.
Wait, is it up? Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
He's a unit.
Yeah, he is.
Absolute unit.
Yeah,
He's
he's
incredible. I
a
hope
beast.
he
He's
has an awesome
one of
career.
my favorite players in college football. Like, just where he wears number 21. He's a defensive lineman and weighs
Yeah, which is
460
so
pounds.
funny.
He was like, I'm getting this number, and everybody's like,
Yeah.
all right, man, down here.
He's like, I want to be like LT, and they're like, oh, you want 56? Like, no, I'm talking about LaDainian Tomlinson. Give me 21. Fun fact about the Texans draft: they drafted a Jalen, and a Jaden.
Okay.
That's just kind of crazy, is it? Isn't that kind of wild?
They're going to get them mixed up.
Seems like they got a type.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Jaden. Those coaches are going to be, their brains are going to be in a blender.
They're gonna have to give them a
Should be last
nickname or
names
something.
only.
Yeah. If it's gonna,
Yeah.
last names only. Because they're all probably old heads too, and their brain capacity is just not.
Luke,
Yeah.
our
They can't-
coaches couldn't keep us separated. How are they going to keep guys with the same name?
Luke and Caleb, they got confused. So I'm sure Jaden, and Jalen.
That doesn't even
All right,
sound
I got
like-
confused now. Yeah, you're right. They also drafted Graham Mertz, which is insane that he got drafted.
He got drafted is incredible.
Yeah,
He's so bad at football.
very bad at football.
Okay. I got a question for you guys.
Okay.
The other Sanders brother got drafted to Tampa Bay, so
Tyler.
he's coming here.
Yeah, undrafted free agent. Yeah, with Tampa.
How do y'all feel about that?
You trying to get him on the show?
Yeah, go see if he'll come on the show.
I feel like it's going to be a check involved with a number that I can't afford, but I'll try.
Well, if you as long as he doesn't have any security guards around him.
Yeah.
That's true. God forbid Nardwar's there. We'll never get him on the show. Oh man.
But,
Never gonna
yeah.
let that go.
I don't know. I like I said, I haven't been this excited to see a season start up until now, because it's just like now it's like we see what they did in college. I want to see what they do now. Like I haven't been this excited since 2015 when you had the Honey Badger going to the league, Tavon Austin going to like all of the dogs going to the league.
We're gonna need
I
a
haven't been this
bunch of
excited.
dogs.
Yeah.
Bunch of dogs.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun. I think overall people were saying this was a bad draft, but I think the quarterbacks just weren't good. So people were
Yeah.
there was only one there's only one first round quarterback.
Yeah.
So I think the rest of the league is pretty deep. The rest of the
Yeah.
draft was pretty deep.
I never think that there's going to be a better draft class in 2015. In my
I think
opinion.
2017 was
2017 was good, and I wonder why.
Yeah.
Could it have been because there was greatness in the audience?
yeah.
Yeah.
Me and
Yeah.
Caleb.
Oh,
were-
you was there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we went.
were there.
Nah, I'm just
2017 draft is good.
yeah, I'm kind of just to a point where it's like, all right, you know what? Okay, cool. The people that we thought was going to get drafted, we got drafted. Now let's see what they're going to do now. now that they're there, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm
I'm excited
trying to
about
think
that.
what other notable picks? Green Bay took. Why am I blanking on his name? Golden, first name.
Yeah, Matthew Golden.
Caleb. Yeah, Matthew Golden. Which I thought was a great pick at the time, and then he decided to wear. Get this, Turtle, buckle up. As a wide receiver in the NFL, he chose to wear number 22.
Woo!
I'm out.
Wrong. Bad.
I'm out.
Bad number.
Why?
That's a
You cannot
horrible
be
receiver
20.
number.
22 is a running back, is a goal line.
You can
running
make
back
it your
number.
own.
Running back and corner. That's it. You maybe safety. Running back and corner. You cannot be 22 as a receiver. He should be in prison, if I'm being honest. I'm sure he's a great guy. He should be in prison.
Well,
I feel like any number you can make it your own. It just depends on what you do with it. Because, like,
who's it?
You know,
the guy
I didn't
for-
like number 33. I thought that was an ugly number until I went to high school. And we all know why number 33 is a good number to have now.
Who is it? Is
because Jakai, was that a Jakai shout out? Shout out to Jakai.
Yeah, Jakai had it. Before Jakai, it was Dante Ayers.
Okay,
the running back from High. Yeah.
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 You can make any number look good if you're good.
Running back.
Yeah, running backs.
Like
saying
it
running
fit him.
backs.
And then
Receivers.
like Jakai. Like it fit Jakai. If Jakai played receiver and wore 33, I'd be like, what are you doing?
Yeah. True.
It just doesn't work.
I understand.
Is it who else? Is it Rashid Shaheed? Isn't he also a 22?
Okay, that's a good point. He actually pulls it off. Rashid Shaheed is the first receiver to ever pull it off.
I don't know. I still get upset when I see him wearing it.
Listen, it wouldn't be my first choice, but I'm glad you brought him up because that is. I actually think he pulls it off. But more times than not, they don't because you know who doesn't pull it off? Sky Moore, absolute bust.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he's 22. He's been so bad that I don't even know for sure if he's 22. I got to look it up. And guess what? He's not. He's an even worse football number.
Oh, I thought that was my cue. I thought that was my cue.
Number 4.
He has the worst football number you could have. 24.
Or 24. Yeah. Which is worse for a receiver. 22 does look better.
Actually, yeah, for a receiver. For a receiver, you're actually right. 24 is worse than 22.
29 might be the worst receiver number, though.
29 is a defense number, in my opinion.
Caleb, no, it's not. I got one that's worse. There's a certain someone that picked their New Jersey number today. Terrace Marshall Jr. has signed with the Eagles.
Okay.
He's a wide receiver wearing number 46.
Ugh.
Get out of the league. You should be banned.
No, that's awful.
He's had too many concussions. You don't have the mental capacity. If you're picking 46 as a receiver, something is wrong with your head.
46
you
is
should be playing
insane.
football. That's horrible. It's so bad. 46 is barely a good number for any position.
Now, if it was
There's
number
some that
44,
can pull it off. 44, that's me.
44, that's me.
But 46 at receiver is
46 is a fullback position.
Yeah,
Or fullback number.
Maybe a safety that's like, when I get on my next contract, I'm going to change my number. But right now, there's someone that's been here longer than me that has a cooler number.
Yeah.
That's the only other person that wears 46.
Or a linebacker, maybe.
Long snapper. It is the quintessential long snapper number. It is a perfect long snapper number.
I have a question.
What?
Do you guys think that the actual first round pick of this draft is getting the attention that he deserves?
First overall?
Yes.
Cam Ward?
Yes.
I don't think he is, but I also think part of it is he's not real controversial, right? So a lot of years you have like the first couple picks are like, oh, maybe they could have gone this way or that way.
Mm-hmm.
This QB class was pretty weak overall. Like obviously someone's gonna emerge that's gonna probably be a value pick, but he was leaps and bounds ahead of the other QBs that I feel like a lot of people just aren't taking the time to talk about him because there's no like debate sells and there's no
and
debate.
The Titans needed a quarterback, so it's not like they were reaching on a quarterback.
Yeah.
And it's also Tennessee. It's the Titans, so it's not like they're like the biggest market either.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not like how many people will talk about the Tennessee Titans all the time.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Right.
I don't know how good he's going to be in the NFL. I want him to be good. He's fun to watch play, but I honestly don't think he's going to be that good.
I think that there's always room for improvement, and I think that the teams that these players are getting drafted to, they don't have like their franchise guy in that position.
Mhm.
So I'm hoping that this kind of leaves the door open for a franchise guy to, be able to make himself and call a
Yeah.
team home. I'm just hoping to see that.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you're the first overall pick, you're going to a bad team.
Yeah.
And
Of
if you're a
course.
QB, that's probably even worse because you're the guy that's supposed to change it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's a tall task for any number one overall pick.
Me personally, I think Will Howard's the best quarterback in the draft.
Will Howard. I
Just
do
think
like
about-
Will Howard.
He's a big guy. He's got some speed. He's a national championship winning quarterback. He came back from
Mhm.
adversity. That's a
Mhm.
winner right there.
That is a winner. I like Will Howard. I text you about this, but I
He went to the Steelers.
went to Ohio State, which is awesome. My hot take is that him and George Pickens are going to get along great.
Yeah.
I don't know that there's like a talking point of the fact that they won't, but I just think they're going to be boys because Will Howard listens to a ton of NBA YoungBoy, and they call George Pickens NFL YoungBoy. So I think they're going to get along.
Who?
Who? What? The quarterback, Will Howard. Who? The receiver, George Pickens. They
George
both play for
Pickens.
Pittsburgh.
So that's why I was looking forward to seeing Pittsburgh, is because they got DK Metcalf there too.
Ah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. You know
Yeah,
his
and
dad,
he-
right? Or,
Yeah.
like loosely know his dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. You should get him on the show.
So
Yeah, get DK on the show.
Look, next week. Tune in next week. Shiloh Sanders and DK Metcalf.
oh my gosh, I would be broke forever if I did that. No, but yeah, you having two wide receivers and they're both like crash outs at that position.
Yeah.
It's like it makes me so ready for the Steelers versus Ravens game.
Oh, but the Steelers did just get Robert Woods, who I think is going to help mellow him out a little bit.
He is a
You
great
don't need to
veteran
mellow
leader.
them out.
Yes, you do, because you can't have flags every play.
Yes, you can.
No,
Just not on you. And
yeah,
that's if they see it.
That's
That's
fair
crazy.
point, I guess. Fair point.
No, but I'm really excited about the Bobby Trees signing.
Yeah, I love Bobby Cheese. He's a legend.
Steelers
He's an
legend.
absolute legend. He's the
Me-
best.
Turtle, if you don't know, me and Luke do this thing where if a player has played on our team for even a single season, we just only refer to
Automatic
them as a
legend.
legend of that team.
Yep, legend.
Okay.
Okay.
So Marshawn, legend, right?
I mean, he is anyway.
Marshawn is
but,
a Bills legend.
but now that
Legend
feels
through and
insulting. But that would be the closest one, probably. Yeah, Raiders legend Marshawn Lynch.
hmm
Yeah, he only played.
But I think a better one would be like Matt Flynn, Seahawks legend. Like he signed there, immediately lost his job to Russell Wilson and got cut. That's a Seahawks legend right there.
I
Or
will
Russell
say-
Wilson, Steelers legend.
Yeah,
I
Russell
will
Wilson.
say that I heard through the grapevine. I seen it online. I don't know if it's true or not,
Okay.
but Marshawn's supposed to be
news.
coming back. I
Marshawn
don't think
is
it's
do
not
true.
what?
coming back.
I don't think
You
I don't
got
think it's true.
sentel. You got ball sacked.
That's what you call it.
You know the
You never
account.
heard of ball sack sports before?
No.
They just make
report
up
fake
sports
news, and
headlines.
Somehow people get this, Turtle. Somehow people see that it's from an account called Ball Sack Sports and don't realize that it's fake. It's crazy.
Okay, hence the name.
Yeah,
I don't
Ball
know
Sack
where this
Sports.
came from. I don't know where this came from, but I seen it and I was like, this shit ain't like it's not true.
Yeah, I don't see that happening, but I could certainly see him like being around more often. Not only is he a Raiders guy anyway, but now Pete Carroll is there, and he played obviously for Pete Carroll. So
And
Yeah, I think
the
you'll see
Raiders
him
are in
around
Las
the
Vegas.
Raiders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Raiders are in Las Vegas, which is where I saw him at
mhm.
too. So yeah, he's already
you'll-
there.
You'll see him around. He'll be wanting to see Genty, see what Genty can do.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
absolutely.
Speaking of the draft, there was a story yesterday. These radio hosts in Buffalo were talking about the Bills draft and how they didn't really address receiver.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people have said, we're missing that like true number one, and what are we gonna do? And our GM Brandon Bean went on the show that same day, and what's the John Wall Bradley Beal clip? I ain't never ever Seen you act like this before. That was Brandon Bean, because Brandon Bean was snapping. Like, I'm gonna read his quote here, and warning, Mom, if you're listening, I'm gonna cuss because he went crazy. Here's your. How about this? Here's your profanity.
You want me to say it?
Surprise, motherfucker.
That's your profanity warning right there. No, it's fine. So yeah, they were critical of the receiver situation, and Brandon Bean had this to say: "Sounds like 2018 all over. You guys were bitching about Josh Allen. You wanted Josh Rosen, and now you're bitching that we don't have a receiver. I don't get it. You just saw us lead the league in points," which is a great point. Like, we don't have that standout guy. Like, we don't have the Diggs like of the past.
Mhm.
But we did literally lead the league in points. We scored more touchdowns than any Bills team ever.
Mhm.
And he went defense heavy. Only 2 of our picks were not defense. And it was a tackle and a 7th-round receiver. Tackle in like the 5th or 6th round and a 7th-round receiver. And I mean, that's what we need. We need defense because and granted, this time last year, to be fair, I was completely flipped to the point where like Mahomes had broke my heart so many times that I was like, we can't stop him no matter what. Let's just load up on offense and see if we can outscore him. And what we've come to find out is it doesn't matter how much we score. Our defense is bad.
Yeah.
So we need to fix the defense because we can score. I mean, we had the Rams game this year. We scored like 40 points and lost. You know what I mean? Like, we just can't. You can't have it. So I'm okay with loading up on defense. I didn't think it was like a super fun draft. I didn't walk away being like, oh, yes, let's go. I mean, we were at B-Dubs. I was at B-Dubs with Noah and James watching the draft. And
Not me.
not this James, different James. And when our pick was coming up, I was like, well, at this point, I don't really think there's a pick we could make that would like make me upset. And then we picked a guy that had some stuff.
Yeah.
So that was a concern. I have read some things that the Bills looked into it very heavily, and they like feel really good about it. So hopefully, I'm just gonna blindly trust them for now until I know otherwise. But that was kind of crazy for a 1st-round pick. I thought that was a little scary. I mean, he seems like a great player, and if I didn't know any better, he seems like a great guy. So hopefully, their research was correct.
He was like the last person. Like, he was in like the last like sitting section before you walked out to the stage, and he was dapping up everybody as they walked out. It was really cool.
Yeah.
And
was cool.
like his interview was awesome. I texted you, it was just like, this dude just feels like a Bills corner. Like, has like Trey White like goofy energy.
And then I responded and said, well, he has some stuff.
Yeah.
But I've let it simmer, and I've like Brandon Bean put out he was asked about it and had a long response that I felt pretty good about. So I'm gonna blindly believe him for now.
Yeah.
And if anything else comes up, we'll see. Speaking of people who have some stuff, Isaiah Bond.
Yeah.
Went undrafted, which I should address. I didn't know he had stuff until the day of the draft. So
I didn't either.
When we had Derek on last week and he did his top 5 receivers, I specifically asked him, I said, let me ask you, why no Isaiah Bond? I don't think he knew he had stuff either because he gave football reasons for why he wasn't his top 5. Stuff.
Just some background, just some
allegations.
Allegations.
Allegations. Yeah. Allegations. So we'll just say stuff. But now that he's like undrafted, honestly,
well, take a risk on it. Like, what's the?
I would sign him because what do you have to lose? You sign him and
for cheap.
He claims to be innocent.
Yeah.
Innocent until proven guilty. I'll sign him, and if he proves his innocence, that's great. We got a great player, undrafted. And if he ends up being guilty, then you just got him.
Yeah, even like put a clause in the contract to be like, if you are not innocent, like you don't get money.
That money is
big
gone.
meaty clause in the contract.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that, because it's like, but if you sign them, that's a lot of money that you're gonna be putting up for a maybe.
So,
you know what I mean?
Normally, but in this case, it's an undrafted free agent, so they don't really make a whole lot. Like it wouldn't.
I was ready to say you could just put them on the practice squad and then.
Yeah, exactly. Like it wouldn't cost you. In the grand, like for us, it would still be a lot of money, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not really going to cost.
I couldn't afford it, but
I could not. We couldn't afford to sign him to yelling at pigeons.
The amount that he would get paid being on the practice squad is still livable up until the case is done.
For sure.
It's probably more than all 3 of us make.
But you could sign him to like a reserve futures deal, and that's like next to nothing.
Yeah.
They don't make like anything. You basically just have their rights.
Yeah.
To play, so they could do something like that. I would guess he probably has a couple offers.
Yeah.
But he's like, if he seems adamant that he's innocent, which I really hope he is because he's a good player.
He's probably waiting until he gets proven innocent.
He's waiting. Yeah, he's like, I'm going to prove my innocence, and I'm going to have better offers from
he'll
better
probably have
teams.
32 offers.
Yeah. If he proves his innocence, he probably will 32 offers.
I feel like in a lot of situations, even if you get pinned something like that, even if you are innocent, I think the simple fact that it happened kind of has people like on edge.
It sucks. It'll always linger, even if you prove your innocence. But NFL owners, NFL GMs are greedy. So
and they do not care.
I'll be honest, there's some owners that are like, that you could tell them straight up, I did that, but they said I was innocent, and they'd be like, all right, you can catch football, get on out there.
Yeah.
Like, some of them do not care. So
yeah,
they need coaches like that.
Okay, just focus on ball. I like it.
That's all we're here for.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just kind of watching that scenario play out, and I'm very interested in it because I think he would have been in the first 3 rounds if nothing had happened. Maybe even first 2.
I think stuff like that can really help him out with publicity too.
Kinda, but he was already a pretty big name. Like
I thought he was gonna be like
he was going to get drafted pretty high.
2 rounds.
Yeah, I thought he would go second round.
I thought he would go early second round.
Yeah.
All right. So let's just say this scenario, right? Just imagine if OJ had what he had happen to him, and then he went back in the league. Just think about how many views he would have.
That's true. Everybody,
you know what I'm saying?
Listen, and the point I'm making is there would have been an owner that was like, I mean, he did rush for 2,014 games. If no one's looking, sign this real
He ran 2,000 yards on 14 games.
Yep. It was his son. It was his son did it, not the 14,000 or not the 2,000. But you know what I'm saying.
I did 1,009. I wish I would have heard that before. For JV.
Rest in peace, OJ. Well, rest in whatever it is that you deserve. Who am I to determine?
Rest in there.
You're resting, or you get no rest at all. But it's up to the man upstairs to decide that.
Right.
If he wants you to get rest, I hope the rest is peaceful. That's what he wants.
Listen, if the glove did not fit, he must have
quit. Oh man.
Do we'll get to some NBA?
Yes, we should get to some NBA. I feel like there was something else I wanted to touch on before we move.
Oh yeah, that's all, y'all. I don't even have anything to say.
Name 4 current players.
Oh, go. Yeah. 4 NBA players currently.
Okay. Okay, you got all right, you got LeBron James.
Okay,
of course.
easy.
You got AD. You got I forgot everybody's name just now. The dude from the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a name. First or last. Or a sound effect that he might make. Or motion he might make. There we go, that worked.
Jay Morant, right? And you got Kyrie, of course.
There we go. That's 4.
Yeah, that's
4.
Bam,
4.
you got it.
And you got he just got traded to the Lakers from the Mavs.
And they got Luka Don.
Yeah. I just don't know how to say his last name.
Have you heard those LeBron songs on TikTok?
No.
I will send you some after this. They're so funny.
The only thing LeBron I've been seeing is like him like losing the last game versus the Timberwolves.
How long will it take him to see it?
What y'all said it to me, though?
Oh, there we go. No, I was
who just told you that he had a Luka jersey?
I got the Luka Lakers jersey already.
That was quick. He just got on the team.
I ordered it the day they became available. It took forever to come.
He just got there.
Yeah, I can't believe you haven't heard the LeBron songs.
I'm gonna send you one. Turtle.
LeBron James by Creed.
No.
That would be awesome. A LeBron James Creed mashup would be incredible. Speaking of the Lakers, unfortunately down 3-1. We mentioned this at the open of the show.
Turtle, I just sent you
frustrating. It's frustrating because game 3, I really think we would. I know I'm biased, but I really think we win that game if Luka doesn't have diarrhea.
Yeah.
I think he might have had norovirus. They said he was throwing up and had tummy ache, but very bad. I think we win that game if Luka's not sick. And then last game, game 4, man, I don't want to pin it on LeBron. He overall had a good game, but
What was he doing?
he had a horrible final minute. The last minute of the game was terrible. He had an untimely. Listen. If you watch LeBron James, there are two things in life that are true. Death. Normally people say death and taxes. Death and LeBron James shooting an untimely, bad shot late in the game.
Yeah.
Sometimes, to his credit, he makes it and it's electric. But he's going to shoot it.
It's
And
electric.
when he misses it, it is brutal.
Yeah.
Like he pulled up from Bayside basically. No one knows what that is that's listening. He pulled up from Bayside and bricked it with a minute left. We had a chance to. We were already up 2. We just get a bucket, and he's shooting the dumbest 3 ever.
Yeah.
They run down, they score and get an and 1, so they go up by 1, and then LeBron does the inbound and turnover. Throws it right to the T-Wolves.
Yeah.
And then they get the ball, go down. We're forcing Ant towards the boundary, so he might step out of bounds or force like a really bad pass. LeBron fouls it.
Yeah.
It was a horrible last minute by LeBron.
Yeah.
And to his credit, he had played the entire second half.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But that was his choice.
Yeah.
They asked JJ about it, and JJ said, basically we went into it and said, hey, going into the fourth, we got a couple extra timeouts. If you guys feel good, you can stay in the game. If at any minute you need rest, use one of those timeouts to come out.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people would argue that's a coach that doesn't know what he's doing, but I think that's a coach that's believing in his players.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
I
don't
think
mind
that's that moments like that is when they think about why they recruited him in the first place, because now we really need y'all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also,
Yep. And
I also think Turtle would love watching Anthony Edwards.
yeah, Anthony Edwards is a
he's
menace.
another one.
You'd be
He was
a
another one. He
big
was the one that
Anthony
was
Edwards.
guarding LeBron at the game that just passed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ant is awesome.
Yeah.
Future Laker. He just needs
Future
to happen.
Laker.
Yeah, he'll be a Laker.
I don't know how. Listen, Luka is a Laker, so no one can tell me nothing. I can say whatever I want now. Everyone's a Laker. I'm a future Laker. Anything can happen. And if Luka can become a Laker, anything can happen.
I think that trade still kind of blew my mind to this day. But now that you think about it, it kind of makes sense.
No, the trade doesn't make sense. It's the craziest trade ever, and I'm
Luke
so
texted
glad it
me,
happened.
Earlier this week and was like, "How is Luka a Laker?"
Yeah, I still can't believe it. Because he had like 17 points in the first quarter. I just texted Caleb, how is Luka a Laker? How is this real life?
I think
Crazy.
I the reason why I said it looks like, it kind of makes sense to me, because I kind of look at AD as like a liability because he's always injured.
Oh, it makes sense from the Lakers side, for sure. Yeah. No,
from the Mavericks.
The Mavericks makes no sense. They traded their young superstar, one of the best players in the league, for I love AD. Like, AD is a great player.
AD's a good player. He's just
he's
injured
6
a
years
lot.
older.
Yeah, and honestly, AD sneaky has no one gives him the credit for it. He's played a lot of games the last few years. He's probably been the healthiest stretch of his career. But it doesn't matter. He could have never missed a game his entire career. It would still be a bad trade.
Yeah.
Luka's just that good. And also, like you said, Caleb, 6 years younger.
Yeah.
So it's insane.
By the way, I don't know anything about sports, y'all. Just want to make that clear.
I mean, I wouldn't say anything, but
I don't know anything.
He is not. It's not a hyperfixation like it is for me and Caleb.
Yeah.
Yes. It's the best way to put it.
Yeah. Other series, we have I don't know if we've talked since the Thunder completed the sweep. Not a surprise.
Yeah.
Smoked the Grizzlies.
Same with the Cavs.
Yeah, Cavs absolutely smoked the Heat. Pacers and Bucks is weirdly on right now. Well, if you're listening to this, on last night. It started at 6:30 Eastern, the weirdest time for a Tuesday.
That is weird.
Yeah, the Bucks are currently up by 6 at the half. But the Pacers lead that series 3-1, and Dame unfortunately tore his Achilles. That sucks.
Yeah, that sucks. He
Especially
just
at
came
his
back.
age. I just don't know that are we going to see Dame at all? And if we do, I highly doubt it's going to be the same Dame.
It's not going to be the same Dame. That sucks because I love watching Dame.
Yeah, it might never be Dame time again, which is sad.
Yeah, he definitely won't be what he is. I mean, even this year he wasn't Dame. Like, if he wasn't great this year.
He should have left the Blazers long before he did. And I hate to say that because I love when a player is loyal, But it got to a point where it's like, look, you're being loyal to them. They're not being loyal to you in the sense that they're not getting you the help you deserve.
Yeah.
And at some point, you got to go.
Yeah.
He waited too long. Knicks Pistons. The Knicks are up 3-1, but the Pistons got absolutely robbed last game.
Yes.
Completely robbed.
That was a fact.
Listen, we're a Josh Hart podcast. Me
Yeah.
and you might be the OGest NBA Josh Hart
Dude,
fans. There's people I liked him at Nova. When he got drafted by the Lakers, we were all in on Josh Hart. We've been huge Josh Hart fans. He fouled the mess out of Tim Hardaway.
He did.
I mean, it was one of the most blatant fouls I've ever seen in my life. And then the NBA report comes out the next day, and they're like, yeah, so it was actually a foul. Like, cool, man, that changes nothing for the game. Thanks.
Yeah,
just makes
the NBA report, 2-minute report,
fans.
whatever it's called, is the most annoying thing because they still don't have to answer for anything. They don't get fines. They don't get taken off playoff games or anything. Like, they don't get suspended. They just like, okay, yeah, we'll do better next time, and then they don't.
They get to just post, hey, we were wrong, and it doesn't matter, and who cares what you think? They get to say that. It's crazy. They did it for the Lakers. They said Luka got fouled on that play.
Yeah.
Right before LeBron took the untimely three, we had to burn the timeout because Luka got fouled. He got tripped and went to the ground, and they didn't call a foul, so we had to burn timeout. And if they had called a foul, T-Wolves were in the bonus, and Luka would have been at the line with a chance to extend the lead to 4 if he hits both, at least 3 if he hits 1. So we also got screwed, but not as bad as the Pistons got screwed. The officiating was horrible. Celtics Magic. The Celtics are up 3-1 as of recording. But
good for the Magic for getting one.
Good for the Magic for getting one. I think we said they would. So shout out.
We
to
said
us
they
for
would.
being correct.
And they're a young team. I think they just need to know what they need the taste of winning in the playoffs. Like if they would have got swept, that would have been bad for them. But I think getting one win is good for the young guys to be like, all right, this is what we have to do to get a win.
The Magic.
Yeah, I'm kind of working on a theory.
I think Kevin Durant's going to the Magic next year.
Whoa.
He's going to run away from the West. The West is hard. He's going to run to the East, join the good young Magic team. I don't really know how he fits in that lineup, but I think if Kevin Durant says he wants to play there, you make it work.
Turtle's going to be in Orlando every day.
You know what? I am looking forward to getting floor seats to a Magic game just to say I did it.
Oh, you got that?
That'll be worth. No, I'm only planning on doing that once, and that's it.
Get the Hennessy Lounge. Isn't that Hennessy Lounge?
I don't even like basketball. I just want to do it just to.
Luke, he gets Shiloh Sanders on here. He's not going to be able to afford floor seats.
Luke, was it Orlando that had the Hennessy Lounge?
It was DC.
Oh, DC.
DC had the Hennessy Lounge. I really wanted to get one, but I couldn't afford it.
Because it's only like what, $2,000, maybe $3,000
for floor seats.
I think so. Yeah.
It depends.
Before KD gets there, yes, that's how much they are.
Yeah, it depends. Also, if you want courtside, they can be even more, but you can get what's technically a floor seat, but it's maybe behind the photographers or something. I've sat there for Lakers.
I wouldn't mind that.
Me and my little brother, we sat right behind the first row behind the photographers for Lakers Sixers.
Is that when you met Michael Cera?
That is when I met Michael Cera. You know who Michael Cera is, Turtle?
Time to look it up.
No, before you look it up, you don't know who he is?
No.
Have you ever seen Superbad?
Yes, him.
He's the scrawny dude in Superbad.
Yeah.
The curly hair, not the one with glasses.
The main character.
No.
Yeah, he's that. Yeah. I mean, one
McLovin.
of them.
Or
McLovin, I wouldn't say McLovin's the main character, and Jonah Hill's not the scrawny guy.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
I know what you're talking about. He talks like this.
He
does. He talks exactly like that in person. He sat 4 rows away from us, and lucky for us, Nardwar wasn't there, so we were able to go talk to him. And
good for you.
We went and asked him for an autograph, and he was eating chicken tenders, and he his friend or agent, I don't know who it was that was with him, he sucked. If you're listening to this, you're a mean person, because we were kids. Looking back, at the time I didn't really care, but looking back, we were literally kids, and he was so mean to us. But Michael Cera was super cool, super nice. But
I wonder why that is. It's he's the celebrity, not you, and for you to be mean, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
What did he say to you?
So we walked up to him. Michael Cera's eating chicken tenders at halftime, and we walk up "Excuse me, could we get your autograph?" We're just little kids. "Excuse me, can we get your autograph?" And he was before he even could answer us, his friend or whatever was come on, man. Can't you see he's eating? The guy, let the man eat. And Michael Cera's like, no. He's like, has half a chicken tender hanging out of his mouth. No. It's fine. Oh, it's great. It's what's your name? Grabbing our ticket, we hand him a ticket and a marker, and I'm like, oh, my name's Luke, and he's like, oh, great, yeah, and he writes it and he signs it, Mike to Luke from, and then his signature, Michael Cera, a person. That's what he wrote, a person, and then Jimmy hands him his ticket, and he's like, oh yeah, what's your name? And he's like, oh, my name's Jimmy. He's like, Jimmy, that's a cool name, Jimmy. And he's just writing it on there. He wrote Jimmy the same autograph, but with Jimmy's name.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah, he was super cool. His friend was not nice.
I don't know why that is. That happens a lot. Like, you'd be surprised how common that is. Like,
I'm sure, because I think it's because they live like vicariously through them.
I would
and then
be.
they just
It's
just
That's so lame. That's so cheesy to me though. Like, why would you even?
Bro, it is like, bro. This one time I met this like superstar in music, or I could have met this like superstar in music, right? And her friend, freaking, his name was like Nardwar or something, wants to be all tough and not let me go talk to her. And I'm like, bro, I'm not here to see you. You know what I'm saying? It was frustrating. And then all my friends tried to say I fumbled, but really Nardwar, it was just a great play by him. He stripped the ball out. He was like the peanut punch.
Nobody was fumbled.
I get an AI picture of Nardwar doing a peanut punch on Turtle.
I swear, man.
So funny.
Oh man,
I'm thinking that you're gonna say a legit story.
I knew exactly where it was going.
Oh man.
Anyway, the
Good
Magic are going to be good in the future.
Michael Cera's story was real though. His friend was mean, and he was very nice. And I lost my ticket that he signed, which breaks my heart. Yeah. Anyway, Caleb.
I think the Magic are going to be good for years to come, especially if they get somebody like KD to come in there. And
they're in a good spot, but they can't blow it.
Yeah.
Because they have Franz, who's very good. They have Paolo, who's even better. And they have to bring them more so they don't get upset and do what I said Dame should have done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
I like that. Oh.
Hey, Cole Anthony's not bad either.
Yeah.
Bring up Mac McClung.
Yes, the GOAT. Seriously. I just remembered the non-basketball thing I wanted to talk about. I won't do it right now, but that's why I was like, oh, haha, I started laughing, if anyone was wondering. Rockets, Warriors. Warriors are, to me, shockingly up 3-1.
Yeah.
These games have been good. I thought the games would be good, and then the Rockets would be coming out on top. But just having the vets that have been there on the Warriors is really making a difference late in games. Mm-hmm. So it looks like the Warriors will probably finish that out. I would love to see the Rockets push this to 7. We'll see. Clippers, Nuggets. The Clippers got absolutely robbed the other night. Did you see this, Caleb, with the buzzer beater?
The dunk?
The buzzer beater dunk?
Yeah, they got robbed? Are you one of those, his hand was still on the ball when the...
His hand was still on the ball.
That's... I like to
really
watch it in depth.
I didn't watch it at all, but I saw it after the fact.
Yeah.
Because I fell asleep. I'll tell you what, these late games, I think I'm getting old. These late games are kicking my butt lately.
Yeah, Luke, I texted you at like 10 or almost 12 last night, and you didn't text me back till this morning. I was like...
Yeah. I got news for you, but I had been asleep for hours. Not even like you just missed me. I fell asleep like first quarter of the Warriors game.
Well, lucky for you, you have a podcast to edit tonight, so...
Yeah, it'll keep me up. And then a Lakers game keep me up tomorrow. But even Lakers, bro, I dozed off during the Lakers game, a Lakers playoff game.
Yeah.
I dozed off. I woke back up and finished it out. But that's wild. I'm just getting so old.
Old, washed.
Yeah, I'm washed. I'm officially washed. I ain't got it anymore. But yeah, no, the ball. So here's where it gets interesting, right? I don't know what the rule is. I would assume if your hand is touching the ball when the light goes off for any circumstance, no matter what the context,
the ball is dead.
That doesn't count.
Yeah.
It shouldn't count, right?
Yeah.
So, Turtle, since you aren't as caught up, you're not as tuned into NBA, the Nuggets had a buzzer beater dunk. When the ball went through the rim, but his hand was still touching the ball when the light went off. The ball was already through the rim.
I think That's a
That's
tough one, though.
confusing, right?
That's a tough one, though, because the ball was through the rim, which means it's 2 points. But his hand was still on it.
Which means he hasn't
released
finished the
possession
shot yet.
I kind of think that. So what ended up happening?
They said it
give him
was
2 points.
count?
Yeah.
They said it counted and they won the game.
I think it's because the reason why I would think that they would say something like that is because the action of him trying to score was already executed. Whereas if somebody's holding on to the ball, the buzzer beater goes off, and then they try to throw it and score. So the fact that this is my gym shirt, by the way, this is crazy.
Sure, but if it's a jump shot and they're already in the air, but they don't get the shot off, it doesn't count. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
but
you
the
gotta
fact that his
only
hands
get
are
rid of the
still
ball.
on the ball,
But I
it
think-
shouldn't count.
I think because the
That's what I
ball
think.
was through the rim is what made it count.
Yeah, I would like to know what the rule is. There should be a rule for this, I would imagine.
Yeah.
I think it's
Have
clear
they-
his hand was on the ball. If the rule is that his hand can't be on the ball,
Where's the
then
2
the
minute
Clippers got robbed.
review for that, or last whatever it's called?
Yeah, I don't know. I would assume they released one, but
Yeah.
I don't know what it said. I would love to know that rule because there may be a rule that says if it's at the buzzer and the ball goes through the cylinder, it doesn't matter if his hand's still on it. In which case,
What did Ted Cruz
great.
call it? The ring? The
The
basketball ring?
the basketball ring. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Speaking of politics, did you see the freaking what is it? Who's the lady that like talks at the White House? What do they call that? Speaker of the House?
Speaker of the House? I don't know. I don't know who it is or what she does.
I don't know her name. I don't know what she does. I don't care about politics.
You know that bar, the Purple Moose? I forgot the name of it. The Purple Moose.
Yeah, Purple Moose. Oh, well, Hot Rod Turtle. Come on, there's a joke very similar to that in Hot Rod. You
What's
just said
that?
the
What's
name
that
wrong.
song about Grandma getting run over by a reindeer?
Grandma got
Get
run over by a reindeer.
No, it's a Hot Rod joke.
Yeah.
Turtle, you'd like
Anyway,
it.
the White House speak lady tried to claim that Shedeur got drafted because Trump tweeted that he should get drafted. Like, what a crazy! That's
What
just
a crazy
insane.
thing to say.
It's insane. They mentioned something. First of all, why are we talking about Shedeur Sanders at the White House anyway? Like, what world are we
Trump
living
has
in? This is
nothing to
crazy.
do with sports.
Nothing at all.
this-
And
was-
they said something about Shedeur getting drafted, and her response was like, "Well, if you notice, President Trump did tweet about that it was ridiculous that he hadn't been drafted, and then he was drafted just a few short rounds later. You realize how much of an extension a few rounds in a 7-round draft is?
Especially
gotta-
when you
That's
were
a long gap.
when a lot of people were projecting you to be a first round pick.
Yeah. Also, his tweet was insane.
I think
His
that they
tweet about
gotta
him being drafted
understand the
was insane.
type of stuff that has to take place in order for a pick to even be executed.
Yeah.
I don't think they will move
Yeah.
at the drop of a dime just because of
Listen,
something that Trump said.
There
I don't
were
even
a
think
lot
it
of
was on Twitter.
no. Yeah. There were a lot of people, to be fair, on both sides of the aisle that do not know ball that were commenting on Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah,
This whole scenario. It was.
Yeah.
I don't know
I was
ball,
like,
but I have common sense.
yeah, you know enough. You know enough. Like
Yeah.
these were people that never played and or watched a single down of football in their life.
Yeah,
So that was interesting. But yeah, what an insane claim to make. He also apparently claimed to have directly told the Giants not to get rid of Saquon. He's like, "Oh yeah, I told him. I spoke with the Giants. I told them, don't get rid of him." And they did, and he went to the Eagles.
don't get rid of him. And
He's
they
the
did
best.
anyway.
Yeah, and he's like,
the
they
best,
should have
I
listened to me. And then
guarantee
the Giants, Mike Florio reached out to the Giants for comment, and they said, we have never once had any direct communication with Donald Trump. Just insane. Like, why? Why even say that?
Who
It's crazy.
cares, bro? Like,
Yeah,
bro,
bro,
stay in
it's
your
insane.
lane.
It's truly insane, bro. It really is
Stay in
crazy.
your lane, bro. Respect them, but you gotta stay in your lane, bro.
I guess.
Speaking of, we're already in politics and we're in football. Do you see Saquon's getting torn apart?
He is. He is.
He played golf with Trump
He
invited him
was
to play
the-
golf.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you were going to say he went first against the gorilla.
oh,
No,
Torn
he
apart.
played golf with Trump, and the internet is turned on him
why?
I mean, I don't know.
because
I don't really wanna
politics
share
is
my
the
thoughts on it
dumbest
too
thing
much.
ever.
Oh, and they think because he's playing with Trump, then that means that he's a all-on, full-on Trump supporter, so on and
Yeah.
so forth.
Listen, if I got invited to play golf with Trump, I'd go play golf with Trump.
You take that.
I want to see him cheat in person at golf.
Yeah, but I also would say that.
Yeah.
I would be like, oh, I think that he's an absolute lunatic and in a hilarious way, and I wanted to see it in person.
But imagine that golf course he got to play at. Like that's probably one of the best golf courses in the country.
Yeah.
All expense paid for, everything.
Yeah, it's tough because even if you don't like the guy, you can tell your grandkids one day, like, I played golf with a president.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I would do the same thing that Saquon did.
But Saquon also was like, I played golf with Obama as well.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta understand that Trump is also a businessman. Where are the best deals made at?
Golf course.
Exactly.
Golf
so I would want to.
So he's cutting a deal with Saquon. Saquon to whatever Trump's favorite team is. Come out.
Man, I would take that in a heartbeat because you don't even know what type of game that Trump could be giving him.
Honestly, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
If you were to get any type of advice from anybody,
well, what would you rather have? Would you rather have $1 million or dinner with Jay-Z?
Dinner with Jay-Z, yeah.
I would have the $1 million.
Okay, good.
Because it's not a guarantee that Jay-Z is gonna like me.
I think, Caleb, if you could go golfing with anyone, presidents included, let's say it has to be 2 people, 1 male, 1 female. Who would those 2 people be?
Probably
Give
Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney, okay.
And then Glenn Powell.
Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell. I would have never thought of that. That's a great answer. I would have never thought of that. That's I'll keep that in my back pocket. They never asked me that.
Turtle, Fumble, Ice Spice, or $1 million?
$1 million. I'm still waiting on it.
Would you rather have to get past? How about this? There's $1 million, right? There's $1 million just sitting there.
But Nardwuar standing
the only thing in your way is Nardwuar. Would you get the $1 million?
I thought we were talking about sports.
Yeah, the episode's almost over. We just
before we go, Nakua's brother slapped a fan in the face. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, they didn't even throw a flag. No. Like, there was no fine or anything.
Dean Blandino's explanation. They're like, now we'll go to Dean Blandino for an explanation on why there was no flag.
Can you play the video?
They go, let me see if I can pull it up on here. Yeah, I'll send it to the YAS account.
Because you sent it to me on Twitter, though, right?
Yeah, but on my personal.
Okay.
I'm on my personal bookmarks. I'm gonna send it to YAP real quick.
Because that was so funny.
It's so funny. Just slaps the guy right in the face.
As long as you don't send me that the next post you sent me.
The next post, I don't even know offhand. What
mini golf.
Laughing a sec. Oh, that was a good post. That was funny, wasn't it?
It was really funny. Luke sent me a picture.
No.
It was a tweet of a bunch of little people, and Luke called it mini golf, and they're golfing, and Luke said mini golf.
I mean, come on.
It was funny. I laughed.
You think they go to the mini golf course and just call it golf, and the regular one they call it giant golf?
Oh man!
Jose and John are watching right now. Like, yeah, Luke would know. Let me show you this.
Turtle, 2 of my friends from your favorite city, Ocala, they listen and they call Luke short because one time Luke's camera was set up weird and he looked like he was like 5 foot.
They thought Luke was a
Good catch. Good catch.
Fumble that one. All right, here's the video of Puka Nacua, or Puka Nacua's brother. I believe this is Samson Nacua.
Full screen it.
Okay, we're still learning, guys. We're still learning.
And made it a foul from the command.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, and look, had it been a closed fist, man, and made it a foul from the command center, but that was open hand.
Well, I would have grabbed my chin and fell out of the bleachers onto the field.
Come in and made it a foul from the command center.
I mean, he made good contact.
Contact.
Had to jump for it too.
Did DC come back and win this game?
They did. It's the biggest comeback in UFL history.
I was gonna say I saw that they posted about winning, and I was like, "Wow!" Looking at the score now, I was shocked.
Smacked him right in the face.
Yeah, he's
so funny.
Oh man!
Explanation, just being so professional. Yeah, had it been a closed fist punch, this is something we would have had a penalty for. Given that it was a slap, it was not. It's so crazy. Breaking down the fighting tactics. A closed fist punch. So good. Oh man, so funny. Should we do a grid before we get out of here?
Yeah, let's do a grid.
What's a
All
grid?
right,
Do it. Throw WNBA.
we'll show you. We'll show you. Let me get us a new grid here. Oh, I have it on NBA. Let me switch to football.
Yeah, football, because
Football.
I proved last week that I am not a NBA guy. See, the thing is, I have only been an NBA fan for 10 years.
Listen, you did pull Marcus Morris though. That was
I
a good
just
pull.
had a feeling that he was. I felt like he was one of those guys, you know.
All right, and now time for NFL grid.
Da-da-da.
Oh, it didn't work. I want to see
Oh.
what Turtle would say. I did have a sound effect for it.
Can you try it again? Try another one.
Yeah, okay, let's try it again. Let's rewind.
All right.
And now for NFL grid.
Da-da-da. Oh. What was that?
Hannah
Hannah
Montana.
Montana transition.
That's what it sounded like. I was like, wait a minute. Sounds familiar.
Okay, here's the grid presented by Geico. apparently.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna need you guys to get how the grid works. Well, we'll explain it because Turtle's never done a grid. We have to match up the grid here. So we have to name someone that played for both the Patriots and the Bears and the Steelers, the Bears and the Jags, the Browns and Patriots, Browns and Steelers, Browns and Jags, and then 1,000-yard receiver for the Patriots as well as the Steelers and Jags.
I
Caleb
automatically lost.
Caleb, start us off. What do you got?
All right. So, I mean, I can do a lot of these. I think James Harrison for Steelers Browns could be a sneaky one because he wasn't.
James Harrison, Steelers, 1,000-yard receiving.
Yeah. No, was he on the Browns?
No,
or was
he
the
didn't.
Bengals.
It was Bengals. Yeah,
Bengals. Yeah, he was the Ravens. Or no, not Ravens. He was the Bengals. There was somebody else who played for the Ravens and the Browns. That isn't Deontay Johnson.
The Ravens. Oh, Ravens and Browns. Boykin,
Yeah.
did he play for the Browns at all? I know
Who?
he played for Pittsburgh. Miles Boykin. I know he played for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he did play for Pittsburgh.
I don't know if he played for the
Why am I for receiver? I'm blanking on his name.
These are receivers only?
The weed guy.
No, it could be anyone, but
The weed
someone that
guy
had
that played for the
1,000
Steelers.
yards.
That should have been so good.
Weed guy? Oh,
Martavis Bryant.
Martavis Bryant?
Or yeah, Martavis Bryant.
Martavis
He
Bryant.
had to have
Did he get
1,000
yards?
He had to have, right? He was
I would think. I mean, obviously AB, obviously
Hines
know,
Ward,
Mike
obviously
Wallace, all
Santonio
these guys.
Holmes, Mike
so
Wallace.
I want to get a little more niche. I don't know if he did. I feel like he's probably had like 800.
Yeah.
I'm a little scared. I don't think he would have it. What about Antoine Randall L? Do you ever have a 1,000?
He had to have.
You feel good about it?
Yeah, but I don't. Do we want him now, or do we want to go with like Allen Robinson for Steelers Bears?
Okay, let's start off with that.
Steelers Bears, I was thinking Justin Fields.
That's a good one, but I think
that
it's
is a good one. That is a good one. That would work.
But it would
Allen
have been,
Robinson,
way
7%.
more than 7%.
Probably, yeah. But yeah, that's a good answer.
And
Okay.
then Steelers Browns.
Steelers Browns. I'm thinking there's gotta be. Oh, I know one. I think it's probably obvious, but who knows? Joe Hayden.
Oh, Joe Hayden, that's a good one. I like
Would
it.
put that on the back burner or throw it down?
Yeah,
It's the Steelers,
I like
so
it.
I'll let you decide.
I can't think of anybody else right now.
What about Bears, Jags? You got Devin Duvernay? I think that's how you
Are
say
you
it.
looking things up?
They're
No.
definitely looking that up.
Don't
Definitely.
you-
Actually, for what it's worth, I don't even think that would count because Duvernay hasn't played for.
Oh, Duvernay. That's how you say his name.
He hasn't played a snap for the Bears.
He
yet.
hasn't.
Please take that out of the video. I don't want to.
Nope, we're cheater.
Oh,
66
68% on
or
Hayden.
68, yeah.
Okay. An actual Bears Jag though we could do would be
Allen Robinson would have been a good one, but he probably would have been way more.
he would have been more for that. Yeah. Is there a QB? Maybe
Glennon? Did Glennon play for
he feels like he would have, but
the
I
Jags?
don't know.
Did he play for the Patriots? He didn't play for the Patriots at all, did he?
Glennon?
Yeah.
No. Patriots Bears. We could go with man, this is kind of a tough one. Okay, let's get Patriots Browns out of the way with Josh Gordon, right? He played for the Patriots?
Yes.
Or there's got to be someone else. Didn't they used to punish players by trading them to Cleveland?
Yeah, isn't there there's that
Or
one,
there was a linebacker.
that linebacker.
It wasn't Hightower, right?
No.
It was
Who was that?
not Mayo. Jamie Collins?
Jamie Collins sounds right.
I think it was Jamie Collins.
Yeah,
Money.
good. What a
10%,
pool.
not bad.
What a
Not
pool.
bad. Okay, and then we can think of a Brown Jag. Gotta be
Browns and Jaguars. Should phone a friend and call my friend Logan.
I had a Diet Coke yesterday that was belonged to him.
Oh yeah.
Evidently, yeah, it said Logan on it. Wow, we've never struggled this much with an NFL grid before.
No, I think Browns and Jags are tough because they're like poverty franchises. So there's got to be a
That's
quarterback
true.
that's played for both of them, though.
There has to be. They've both gone through. It feels like so many. You know.
I also still really like Mike Glennon for Jacksonville and Chicago. If you want to just get a name on there,
I don't know if he played for the Jags.
I think he did. I think I can
Oh,
remember
you know
that.
who did though? You know who did? Big Dick Nick.
Yeah, but I think that
Who?
Nick Foles.
I was waiting for you to say that. Nick Foles did. Like we could, if we had to, we could lean on that
Yeah.
because he definitely did. Allen Robinson could have worked for several because we could have put him for 1,000-yard receiving Jags too.
Yeah.
Did Justin Blackmon have 1,000 yards? I know he had 201 game.
I probably.
If not, we could go with Jimmy Smith, like easy. But I don't know if non-Jags fans would pick him.
Yeah.
He's like a legend for Jags fans, but I don't know how many other people are. You
Yeah.
want to throw Jimmy Smith down? We gotta get some names out here.
We gotta get some names. I like Jimmy Smith.
Jimmy Smith. I gotta make sure I don't pick the corner. Yeah, not this one. That's the corner. I gotta go 05,
Yeah.
probably. Probably the one. 18. Okay.
Okay.
Could be better. Could be worse. Patriots 1,000-yard receiving. Now, hear me out. Is there a chance Gronk could be low because people's brains went to wide
going
receiver?
for receiver.
Aaron Hernandez, did he ever have 1,000?
Oh, that would be fun.
Probably too risky.
I think
Probably
Gronk is a good pull. Also, I think I like Juju for 1,000-yard receiver for the Steelers. Thinking about it,
He definitely had 1,000. Let's go Gronk. At the very least, we know it'll hit. You know
yeah.
Glenn. He played for the Bills. Fullback.
Oh, 17, not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
I like Juju.
Yeah, Juju on that beat. Juju Watson. Juju Smith-Schuster. 8%.
There we go.
Good pull. I'm surprised only 8%, but I also didn't think of it. So, okay, now we're left with these
Bears,
Patriots.
Patriots.
I lived in poverty for so long, though, with my team. Like, the Bills were so bad. I should know other poverty franchises.
Yeah. Yeah. There's got to be.
Pats feels like there's a running back screaming at me, and I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah, someone who played for the Bears and then went to the Patriots.
Mm-hmm. But who is it? Bears, Patriots. Bears, Patriots. I wish we had Steelers, Patriots, because AB would have been fun. Played like
that would have been awesome.
Bears, Pats. Someone's screaming.
Did Brian Hoyer play for the Bears?
Maybe he definitely played for the Pats.
Only Bears
Obviously,
running back I know is Matt Forte.
Yeah,
Forte,
but
stud.
like
Did play
playing
for
for the
the
Patriots
Chiefs,
just
but
isn't his
not for the Pats.
forte.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not his. And honestly, it's not. He's not their forte.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a receiver we're forgetting. Not Diami Brown, but maybe Diami Brown. But it's not Diami Brown. That helps, right?
Yeah.
It's like a guy who's Diami Brown adjacent, and he played receiver for the Pats. And I think he was number 10. And I feel like he played for the Bears. But oh my gosh, that's gonna drive me insane. Dang it. No, I don't. I still feel good about that, but I can't think of who it is.
Is Brandon Lloyd?
Maybe.
I'm just thinking of like random players that played for either of these teams.
Who was Hill that played for the Bengals? Was it Justice Hill?
Justice Hill?
Did he play for the Bears at all? Because I know he played for the Pats.
I don't know. I still I like Brian Hoyer.
Brian Hoyer's not bad. Let's get Nick Foles out of the way. Just to see one go in. What?
I still like whoever I said. What did I say earlier? I said
Glennon.
Glennon. I still like that one. I think it's gonna be a low number.
Scared because I know Glennon played for the Bucs. Did he play for 2 Florida teams?
I think so. I'm fairly confident in this one.
Let's get a Browns Jags first then. A Browns Jags player would be none other than, and this is a guy that played for both of them.
This feels like a bad quarterback as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like if the Jags made a jersey with everybody's name on it, they would have matching names.
Jadeveon Clowney, he didn't play for the Jags, did he?
No, maybe they played for.
I remember the Jags fans sent him all those trash cans, and then I felt like there was an ironic moment where it's like, oh, now he's on there, but I don't know. This is bad.
Did Carlos Hyde play for the Jags?
Yes, that's the answer.
And he was a Brown, right?
I really think so.
Most recently, he was a.
Oh, I hope this is it. I think you're right here. 25%.
Wow, that's
higher
a
than I
lot.
thought. But I'll take it. It's a hit, even wearing a Jags jersey in his uni.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 left. We have the Mike Glennon predicament, and we have Bears Pats. Let's try to get Bears Pats down before we do the Mike Glennon situation.
Still like. I mean, I like both my quarterbacks, honestly.
Who was Bears Pats?
Brian Hoyer.
Oh, Hoyer. I don't hate it, but I don't feel great about it.
But I'm, for some reason, more confident in Mike Glennon for the Jags.
Yeah.
Is there like a corner or a safety?
Corner. Maybe a linebacker. Pass rusher.
This is top tier podcasting.
This is great.
They're going to write a movie about
just listen to a bunch of people
podcasting.
whisper random football player names for 30 minutes.
Oh, Luke. We might be missing
what?
a dumb one.
We have to be at this
Martellus Bennett?
Yes. It is absolutely. Absolutely. Brendan, you want to talk or you want to fight?
You want to talk or you want to
Five-time Pro Bowlers can get knocked out too. Oh, one of my favorite clips.
Yeah.
This has got to be Martellus Bennett.
Has to be.
24.
Okay.
And you want to talk or you want to fight?
we can put Nick Foles just to get it, but I feel so confident.
No, I think if you feel good about Glennon, let's do Glennon. So that way, if you're wrong, I can yell at you.
Yeah.
Long neck Glennon.
Light bulb.
We're going with the guy with the long neck instead of the guy with the other
Yeah.
situation reportedly. All right, Mike Glenn. Got it. You nailed it. 5%. Mike Glennon. What a pull. What a
Yeah.
pull.
Yeah.
What a pull. And I told you were right. You didn't believe in yourself. And
Yeah,
I
that's
told
true.
you.
That's true.
Yeah,
That was all you.
you need to believe in yourself.
You were trying to encourage me,
Believe in
and
yourself.
you were like, "Why don't you ever believe in yourself? You need to believe in yourself more."
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yep. And
"I
then
don't
you
know.
did
I'm
it.
just so dumb sometimes."
That was the grid. And that was also, that's how we get Turtle to listen to our show. We just have him sit in for it.
Yeah. Too bad it doesn't count as a listen on Spotify or YouTube, but
That is very true. That is very true.
So that's
All
what
right,
I would
well.
have to go on to look at it.
We put it on Spotify and YouTube.
Got you.
So it's on both.
And I be having Spotify on all the time on the background when I do be playing the
See?
game.
Boom. There you go. You can listen to. We can annoy you when we're not even available to annoy you.
Like, I'm not even going to be able to defend myself. All I hear is y'all talking about Ice Spice again.
Oh, trust me. If I know you're listening, there will be Nardwuar and Ice Spice references every time.
that's gonna be our other bit. It's always Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell, and then it should be Nardwuar and Ice Spice.
Oh man. All right. Well, Caleb, where can they find you?
Do we do that? We never do that. We don't have a real outro on this show.
Oh, true. And Tanner's not even
And
here.
Tanner's
this
not
week.
even here.
Turtle is though. All right. Well,
Turtle's
it's been fun. Talk some ball with you guys again next week.
Yeah.
Wait, y'all just end it like that?
Yeah, we don't
Well,
really.
that's yeah.
Well.
Good. I'm about to play the music, and then it will be over.
Oh, okay. I was about to start an argument. I didn't know if that's how y'all wanted to end the show.
So, what do you want to argue
about what? About what?
Okay, y'all have to pick one, right? You got to pick one. Michael Vick or Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson.
I think Lamar. Yeah. It would have been better if we argued. I know, but I think Lamar.
Lamar's multiple MVPs.
It's hard because we don't know what Vic would have done if he never got in trouble.
Yeah.
But that's part of being a franchise QB is having a good head on your shoulders and staying out of trouble. And Lamar, by all measures, seems to be a great guy.
I tell everybody this. You got to understand who Vic was playing against. You know what I'm saying? He was playing against nothing but Hall of Famers.
Plumbers. Oh.
Or Plumber. Who knows?
Yeah, but also he, like, if you're staying, if the question is who are you starting to franchise with, both of them in their prime, it's Lamar Jackson, because Michael Vick was in jail for his prime.
Yeah. I mean, Lamar. Turtle brings up a good point, right? Lamar, the competition he's playing against is soft. Michael Vick was playing against dogs.
Ray Lewis, Brian Urlacher. It's like Troy Polamalu. It's like, bro, he could never catch a break. You could never catch a break.
No, because he was in dog fights. He was fighting them dogs.
Yeah, he was on the Eagles at that.
Michael Vick had them dogs trying to come after him.
Had that dog in him.
And
I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I was him and I had to play against people like
he had
that.
to wake up and he knew that there was dogs in your backyard.
Yeah, and then dogs are gonna be barking. He had to go and bark.
Something's wrong with him, bro. You gotta listen. You ever just listen to Ray Lewis talk and the shit that he be saying?
Oh, he did it.
Oh, he definitely did it.
Yeah, I had.
But he didn't. But for legal reasons, no, he didn't. I didn't say that. It was a joke.
Yeah,
but also allegedly and maybe.
Turtle, I'm really mad that the dogs joke went over your head.
Oh,
did not pick up on that at all.
Yeah,
you were like Michael Vick is playing against dogs. You were like,
and I was like, yeah, he's
playing
against. You know, laughing. I'm like, the fuck is so funny.
Also, Brian Urlacher pretended he was going to give me and Jimmy an autograph when we were little, and then psyched us out. So,
really,
through that guy, but also kind of shout out because that's nice old school. Like it was a Bills Bears game. We were wearing Bills gear.
I met Mark Ingram before. Oh yeah, y'all supposed to be ending the show. I'm sorry.
No, we're good.
No, it's cool. Was Mark Ingram cool or not?
Oh yeah, he was cool. It was a lot of people that I met. I forgot the other players, but people were lined up to take pictures. I met him when I was in Italy because it was like a little military thing that they were doing, and yeah, that's when I met him. Him and a bunch of other people.
That's neat.
So yeah, that's it.
Good old Mark Ingram. All right, well,
he's short too.
That was fun. He is short. He is short. He's playing mini golf. Got Mark Ingram out here playing mini golf.
Oh man, that's crazy.
So, yep. All right, well, that was fun. Any football players are listening, don't slap fans, even though it's hilarious.
Very funny.
Yeah, don't slap me because I don't know what I'm talking about, and I said it a lot of times.
Hey, look, we addressed it at the top of the show. We were like, Turtle's just here playing games, hanging out. You know, he might comment here or there, so nothing wrong with it. All right, well, we're gonna wrap it up, Turtle. We need to not have as long of a gap in between linking up next time.
I got you.
We will either hop on the Xbox or run this back again soon. We'll definitely run this back.
Oh, of course.
For sure. But one way or another.
We need a monthly dose of Turtle.
Monthly dose. I can't wait until the week. Look, because I'm getting
Turtle of the month.
YouTube. I'm getting YouTube the subscription so I can see the NFL games, and then we can be able to talk more on the sports side because I watch the game as well.
We'll have the Turtle, the monthly Turtle, the monthly Turt.
Y'all can have like the title, and then beside Caleb and Luke, you can have a sticky note that's like Turtle sometimes.
Yeah, with sometimes Turtle. The monthly fumble with James Smith.
Oh my gosh.
Fumble of the month.
On this week's autograph, we got
football season. We'll get you to rank your best fumbles of the week. Oh, that'd be a fun segment. Fumble of the week.
It would.
Yeah.
Just even for not sports. Just something you fumbled this week.
That's true.
I agree.
Yeah. We'll have Narbard on for it. So, all right. Fun show.
You don't even get scared by the music this time.
Peace.
See it.
Oh my goodness, bro. Y'all are a trip.
Oh, it didn't work.
What?
I'm going to try it again. All right, guys. Peace.
All right, peace.